Hi, so in today's video I'm going to be making a birthday card using the Broadway bound paper. And if you've not seen this, it's absolutely beautiful paper. One side is all black, gold, grey and white, and the other side has got colour to it. So you've got this one here with the beautiful gold foiling, and then the party hats. Lovely lipstick, basic grey, black, white. Got this one with the gold and white stars, and then the green stripes. The black and gold and white candles, which is what I'm going to be using today. And then you've got the lovely lipstick, red and white on the back. This one with all the gold foiling numbers. You could cut these out and use them on a card. You've got basic grey on the back. You've got the black, gold and grey spots on the white background, and then you've got the cakes and cupcakes and parcels. Black and gold foil stripes and the balloons. It's an absolutely beautiful pack. If you bought my March paper share, this was the suite. It was that paper along with the coordinating cardstock and ribbon, etc. I'm not sure when this video is actually going to be coming out, but that paper share closes on the 12th of March. This video may or may not be out before then. But if you bought that paper share, this is a card idea that you can use for it, and there will be other projects coming using this suite. I'm also going to be using the Amazing Life stamp set, and I'm going to be using Life's Too Short to Say No to Cake, and probably the cake itself. So I've got a piece of basic black cardstock, which is cut from A4 on the long side. I am just going to fold and burnish this. Then I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer, and I'm going to trim off 1.5 inches. Now this is not my idea. These type of things are all over Pinterest, and I think I've got them pinned on my Pinterest board, so you can go along there and have a look. So this is going to be the front of the card. You can't see it on the black, but you will in a minute when I put the white in. And then this piece I've just cut off, I'm going to score at 1/2 inch. And then fold and burnish. I've got some regular Whisper White, which I'm going to cut at 5.5 inches. Because I want it to sit inside there with a frame. And I am going to cut this piece of white down to 3 7/8, I think. Yeah, so that's going to sit in there like that. This front section is 2 5/8 wide, so I'm going to cut this down to 2 3/8 wide to 5 5/8. So that's going to sit on there with a border all the way round. So I think I've got the elements that I need for now. Let me just double check I've got the right piece of card. So I'm going to stick this onto the front of the card for now. I do need another piece, but I'll do that in a few minutes. I'm going to try and stick this centrally to the front of the card. So that's how that's looking. And this is going to go in here, but this piece needs to be stuck behind it before it goes in, and then it'll need trimming down. I'm going to cut this down to 3 3/4 inches, but I'm doing it from the fold, not from the edge. So let's see. Try, nearly did it from the wrong side. So I've got the fold here on the left, lining up with 3 3/4. And I'm just trimming that off. Yeah, that's fine. So now I'm going to apply some glue to this 1/2 inch section. And I'm going to stick it on there like so. I'm going to put my Life's Too Short to Say No to Cake on a block and see how. Right, so I know that this is 1 1/2 inches wide, and my stamp is about 2 1/4. So I'm going to do 2 1/4 square for now, I think. I'm going to get a piece of gold card and I'm going to cut this at 2 1/2. And that I think I'm going to layer up on there. So let's see. Going to use black Memento ink and stamp on this square. I'm just going to bring it down towards me so I can see it a bit better. So that's how that's looking now. I'm going to layer this up onto the piece of gold card, like so. That's going to sit on there, and I want the cake to be on the inside, under roughly where this is going to be. So I've got another block with the cake on. Just stamp it on the scrap to see how it looks. And I want to stamp this on this base piece of white card, but kind of behind here so you don't see it. So I'm just going to move that up to give me an idea of where the centre of the card is. And I'm going to stamp it in here. So that hopefully when that flaps over and that goes on there, you're not going to see it. I think I'll pop this up on dimensionals, so I just need a couple of dimensionals across the middle bit because it's going to sit on this band. This can go in the card now. And I've got to the end of my tape, so I'll just replace it. So with these snails, you pull these apart and this whole thing gets thrown away. I've got a new one here. You take the yellow piece of card out and then they snap together, and that's it. So I'm going to put this in here like so. I'm going to stick that centrally to there. So that's how we're looking so far. Then when it opens, you've got this. And I think it just needs a pop of colour. And the other colour that is in this kit, apart from the black, gold, white, basic grey, is Lovely Lipstick. So I think I might add a little bit of lovely lipstick to the word cake. And maybe to the cake itself. So, and in this stamp set also, there are some little dots which I have used in another video. So I'm going to use those, I think, just for a couple of decorative elements. So I've got my Lovely Lipstick ink. Going to ink up the dots and just test it on the paper. Okay, so I think we'll have one set there, one set there, and a set in the corner. So we've got like 3 groups of dots, and I think I'll do some on the inside of the card as well. I'll do them in opposite corners. Right, so I'm going to put some ink on this spare block and then put the lid on it so I don't stick my fingers in it. And I'm going to use my Wink of Stella, which is a favourite thing for me to use. And I'm just going to pick up some of the ink and colour in the word cake as best I can without it going out of the lines. Okay, so that's how it's looking now. And then if I open that up, I might just, I think, maybe colour the cake in. And I'm only doing it lightly because I use Memento. Normally, I would use my stays on. But if you're careful and you just give it, you know, a light hand, you should be okay going over the black of the Memento. So move everything out of the way. I'm not sure how well you can see the sparkle on the card, but the Wink of Stella, when you use it with the inks, really does give a lovely sparkle. So that's how it's looking. So you've got Life's Too Short to Say No to Cake. It opens up and you've got the cake inside. So that's just one idea using the Beauty Abounds Designer Series paper and the Amazing Life stamp set. So I hope you liked the video. Please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you don't already do so, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.